Bloom, I want to go too.
Will I never be rid of this horrible child?
Hello, it is I am back once more. I am now redesigning Roxy's fairy form. You might remember in the last video, or maybe no, it's last video because I'm not going to have that one done in time. I did Roxy's base for like her casual, even though I didn't talk about it. And I want to do her fairy form. This is kind of a continuation insofar that the thesis statement, quote unquote, is just kind of the thought I had is, why doesn't Rainbow like Roxy? Why do they hate her ass? So her fairy form, the Believix wings she does not have Believix. I choose to believe, I don't think they actually thought about this, but she has a base form from Earth. And she has the Believix wings, and none of the other Earth fairies have Believix wings, or even similar styles. Barely even similar sizes, if that. It legit is probably just for marketing's sake, but also what I don't get about it. So I like the Believix. I like Believix. Design-wise, it's fine. It's not my favorite. I think some are better than others. I like Roxy's a lot because it actually plays with the magic wings form a bit. It's just, with her wings, it's just like, it doesn't have as much character as the magic wings do. And here's the thing, I'm not just being mean to Believix, I said I like it, but kind of the problem with the wings is that they're overly detailed, but they don't convey too much. With the magic wings, like Flora, this is the best example. It actually has green wings that look like leaves, like her wings have chlorophyll in and it balances out her design. It's kind of why I don't like the reboots design for Flora. It's fine, I actually really like it, except for the wings. The wings should have been green, or like it's too pink. And look, I swear I like pink. I really do, but I find the way Wings uses pink sometimes really bizarre. Because I love Flora, but the balance in her design, the green is just... I'm not explaining this properly. Basically, the green provides a contrast to the pink of Flora's outfit. Because the base Magic Wings forms, they are meant to be like simple. I don't want that to be an insult, because it's not. But they are simple. They're simple and stylish. They convey each Wings' personality and powers individually without being too flairish, or too garish, not flairish. Enchantix was like a really good upgrade because what they did was they provided more character, added more complexity and detail to make them look like ethereal, beautiful, like almost, I'd argue not godly, but like heavenly, or like just classic fairy. Believix was the first in a line of transformations which took basic themes, I'd say. I stand to correction. Believix was based on like streetwear, and I do think that I think it was a hard theme to do, and I think they pulled it off. I just think there's a few things I don't prefer. Then Cyanonyx and Harmonix are all very similar, same as Butterflix, and then Bloomix I talk about, but like it's a little bit more complicated. And this kind of is the problem with Roxy, and honestly, it could even be one of the reasons why Roxy doesn't fit into the way they want to take the wing status quo, because Roxy would be starting at a base form, but not the same base form, so they probably wouldn't have given her charm. Like what do you do with Roxy? You could have had the show focus around her. I'll get to it in a second because I do have a rewrite thing here, a reimagining of this. But like with Roxy, you'd have to go through Charmix and then have her earn Enchantix, and I don't know if they wanted to focus that much on Roxy. I'll be real, guys. Like, I know the community loves Roxy so much. The show does not. I hope the reboot does, but they probably don't. But like, she truly... There's an episode, I believe... Yeah, no, it's definitely in season 4. I don't know, I think it's episode 25? Was it 23? I think it's 7, the perfect number. That's the title. And it's like, did they intend to, like, was season 4 intended to just be the ending and then have, because but I don't know, it's so weird because Roxy thematically doesn't fit in with the Wings. not really because her style is completely different, like the Believix wings. It's more because like her color palette just, it's like her hair is too similar to Tekna, her transformation outfit is too similar to Aisha's signature color to the point where in Believix, to balance out the set of them, like because they all had to work cohesively as a unit because dolls and sales, but also just like marketing. Aisha was given blue, which if you look at Bloom, she was given pink. Personally, I swear I like pink, but I really don't like some of the pink outfits they put her Bloom in. I do actually like some of them. Okay, the reboot Bloom outfit, I actually kind of like it. And like, would I prefer? I was thinking, would I prefer the top to be yellow? And usually the answer is yes. But I do kind of like the pink. It's just kind of a schley, isn't it? She is kind of a schley in the reboot. Look, I don't expect the reboot to be as good as the original seasons to me because I'm no longer growing up with it. Therefore, like, I'm not gonna have that like childlike wonder watching it. I'm gonna watch it with wonder, but I am unfortunately, I have grown. This is not now formative parts of my memory. This is just memory. Oh, it's a bit depressing. But yeah, back to Roxy. As you see in the drawing, or maybe you haven't seen it yet. I kind of just took her old outfit. I have to start working on like my art style. Well, not working on my art style, just like kind of deciding because I don't. It's not that I don't like how this piece turned out. It's just there's a few things like some of the line art, some of the shape of the clothing, and some of the shading. I'm looking at it and I'm just like, I need to decide. Because if I'm half doing one thing and another, like I try to do both thin and thick line art, and I try and do like the clothes to fit more quote unquote realistically around the body, and the shading I try to do like a bit more like blur effects and airbrushing. But it kind of but also I'm going to do like sharper shadows, which I don't actually do, but it's like it kind of ends up a bit weird. I like this drawing a lot, and I actually really like this design. I went, let's talk about it for a second. What I would do with Roxy's design, because I do like her transformation. I just think it could be improved. Personally, I know that they generally only change their hair in Enchantix, but no, that's untrue. Stella was able to change. She's just look, Stella is that girl, but Roxy is also that girl. And one thing I like about the original Magic Wings is you can tell the power of the wings not just by like the clothes and the color, also the shape language. I say these terms as if I know what they mean. I don't. But like Flora has those rose petals, or like just those petals on the skirt, which makes it looks like a flower in silhouette. Musa's a lot of her, like hers is like more not tight fitting, but she has like that skirt, and then she has like pieces flowing off, like music. And then Aisha is one of my favorite examples. Oh my god, I love Aisha's base fairy design. Hello. So you notice I changed Roxy's wings a little bit. I made them smaller and pink. I tried to make them in the shape of paws. Honestly, I should have just went for like bird wings. Like that would probably have just been easier. Or like any other type of wing of any other animal. Because if you noticed, the changes I made were more to like resemble animals because the fucking fairy of animals. So the wings I was trying to put in like toe bean shape. I don't really think it works, but it's fine for a base form. And then her hair, this long braid. Now she does kind of look like the Raiden Shogun from Genshin. However, I'll use it as an inspiration. It also, because of this, like the shape of it. See, Lua's hair has its like a silhouette purpose, and I do think a lot of the wings they slay. I love them, especially Magic Wings. I love them. Flora, absolutely gorgeous. A Bloom, her hair just look like fire. It's amazing. With Roxy, I think it's more of like quote unquote practically for like being someone who deals with animals. You'd want to have your hair up, but also it looks like a snake. That was kind of the inspiration for having the hair. Well, for one thing, in the picture, or in the drawing, I've drawn it in like a curve to look a bit like a snake, and like just a bit of shape language there. But also, I actually like the idea of Roxy resembling animals more, not necessarily like sort of like big furry fursuits. Like I was about to say that could have its place, but I'm just like, what spell would you need to... I'm just kind of confused by my own thought process. It's like, is there really a purpose to learning a spell that, like, conjures you a fursuit as the Fairy of Animals? By the way, for my ideas for Roxy's powers, because I would want to, like, completely overhaul the power system on the show, because like, the magic's interesting and cool, but oh my god, the power creep is real. The way that every new form is supposedly stronger, it is not. And also they lose spells between transformations, which fucking stupid. With Roxy, I actually think what you could do, and okay, I could do this with the other wings also, but for Roxy, because I'm working on the assumption we start with her season 1 versus Zelina, I think is her name. What you could do is, like, throughout her run of seasons, she sort of gets better versions of polymorph and like conjure animals, like in like D&D. I'm thinking of D&D spells because of course I am, but like I do think there's an interesting direction you can take with magic where you can like directly see power increases in spells, but like they aren't necessarily just like more powerful blasts. Like she can polymorph. She can start of not being able to transform. Like, oh, not polymorph. I guess it is polymorph, but I'm thinking of wild shape, like druid wild shape from D&D. So it's where like they can transform into an animal for like a set amount of time. And as she gets stronger, maybe as she gets enchantix, she can go for like be an animal for a lot longer and be less fatigued. But as she learns how to like hone in on her enchantix powers, she'd be able to do it like more consistently and maybe even like stay in them for like really long periods, like weeks to months. Not that she'd need to, but she's just... I think animals is like that Fairy of Animals. Winx has always had so many interesting like magic ideas. Like I love Flora, I love Bloom, and I love Stella, but their powers are a little bit basic. Aisha, Musa, and Tekna, those are such interesting ideas for magic. Animals is... because the thing is, you could do a lot with animals, and they kind of don't really do anything with it in Season 4, because Season 4 is a lot of power blasts. I do like the names though, like Scorpion's Tail, that's fun. Do more of that shit, please. And also, the effects should be a bit more unique, but I mean, that's neither here nor there. Well, it's kind of there, not here, but no. But yeah, and I think there could be interesting movements, like with Roxy, where she'd learn to move like animals, quote unquote, or be able to like invoke animals and sort of get boons and buffs from it. So like invoking the spirit of a cheetah to be faster, or like for stealth she do any number of feline, like that kind of thing. Also, and this is just a personal thing, I don't know how I would write this in, but I would like for her to eventually be able to invoke the power of the Big Five, as in like the Big Five. Is it the Big Five? What am I thinking? What is it the name? Yeah, it's the Big Five. I don't know why it sounded weird in my mouth. I probably haven't just said it in a while because I don't really talk about the Big Five on the reg. But look, the most interaction I have with the Big Five is like on the back of a coin, and not even all coins, because it got replaced with the coat of arms. But like the Big Five, in case you don't know, I don't know how is this common knowledge, but like it's the elephant, the rhinoceros, African buffalo, lion, and leopard. I really think, because as you might notice, I've made Roxy slightly darker in my redesigns for two reasons. One, because I fucking wanted to. Two, it makes her more distinct from Tekna, because I do think they look a little bit too alike. If you've seen my redesign for Tekna, she's also a bit darker, but also like she does look very different to Roxy because I made the pink in her hair a little bit more like lighter, and I had a she's more like, I guess, non-binary because I'm non-binary also. But I go by any pronouns. I don't really care. I like the idea of non-binary, like very much fits with me, but I don't really care. But like basically, I think the Big Five really good for Roxy if we change her origin a bit, because you could definitely rewrite Season 4 and keep a lot of its heart without having all this other annoying crap. Look, she doesn't need to be like any specific race, just like, look, I did design her, like, not off to myself specific, a little bit. Look, I'm not, you know what, not gonna mince words. Both my Tekna and my Roxy redesigns, I just gave them something close to my skin tone. Don't know if it's that close, because honestly, I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm just like, what do you look like? I don't have my glasses on, so. But yeah, I quite like the idea of incorporating the big five into spells. I love Roxy. I think the Theory of Animals is so cool. Like yeah, I mentioned in the last video, if you've watched it, go watch it. Or if you haven't watched it, go watch it. That I would repurpose Zelina into the main villain, but like more into the main villain, but I'll have her still be like jealous of Bloom. Or not jealous, but like infatuated with Bloom and like upset with her because of probably because of a lot of the events in season 4, because Bloom didn't visit like almost any of her friends outside of Andy. Well, maybe she didn't have friends, but also still. Like, if you take the canon of season 6, it's like, she didn't fucking visit Zelina. I do think it's interesting to have Zelina be like really in love with Bloom, and then like her whole goal this season is to conjure up a version of Bloom from the Legendarium that she can like that's tangible, she can have a relationship with, because again, she's like very lesbian, but also very traumatized. So you could have that. I think that would be really cool. Because for as much as I like positive queer rep, I also think we should have some queer rep of those of us who are a little bit fucked up, or like have never gotten over certain events. Yes, this is personal, fuck you. I've sworn a lot actually. But yeah, I think Roxy would be a really good foil to Zelina, because she would be closer in age, because I would do imagine Zelina is a bit younger than Bloom, and hence why she's infatuated. But also I do think like Roxy and Bloom, they're very much sister coded, but also Zelina would see Roxy as like a replacement, because Roxy was the only Earthling that Bloom was talking to on a regular basis in season 4. Like, I do think they have like very interesting parallels. There are other characters, like I wouldn't have her be the sole villain. I wouldn't bring the Tricks back for season 4. I do actually think season 4 really benefits, or like, I guess this is after season 4. I do think a lot of seasons, like the Tricks really benefit from not being seen too much. It's kind of like the Team Rocket effect, where if they keep coming back and they keep getting beaten, they just pose no threat. And if they keep beating the Wings while nobody's fucking dead, I don't know. That's a personal thing. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I hate saying it. The thing is, you know why I hate saying it? Because I'm making a voice note. I'm recording a voice note. This to me doesn't feel like I'm actually like doing YouTube. I am the guy who sends really long voice notes. I'm the friend that sends you long voice notes. These are longer, but not that much longer.